So you get to 18s, right? And 17, 18s, and now at the top there's lots and lots of players.
Right.
Like you said, lots and lots of players.
Right.
And this is where football, I feel like, has massively gone wrong. Is you have 18s, and then you get 20. Now, back in the day, it was reserves. So you know, like if you're 17, 18, you should be playing reserves by your second year
scholar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your reserves, and then you're in the reserves, and then if you're like 19, 20, you're not pushing first team, you know what time it is.
You're gone.
You're gone.
You're gone, and you're gone. It's nice. I'm trying to be nice. You're gone.
Yeah, you're gone. It's plain and simple.
Yeah, you're gone.
But now you got, what was it, 23s? Or 21s?
Yeah, under 20. I think they changed it back to under 21s.
Okay.
But it was 23s when obviously we were coming. Well, it was reserves and it was 23s. Yeah. But it's 21s, I think.
Yeah. So now you got clubs hanging on to players, right? That should have been filtered out the system a long time ago. But they've hung on to these players till 23s because, you know, you're 17, 18, but I can hang on to you 23. You might have this insane growth spurt that can come out of nowhere and push you. And I think 23s and the 21 system absolutely ruined the game, especially over here.
Yeah.
Because you're hanging on to these players for so long, and then you got all these boys that are just left, and it's like, all right, cool, you're not what I want now. You're 21, flood them out.
Yeah.
And one thing about the English system, it filters out. Do you know what I mean? Not always correctly, but a lot of the time it's correct.
Yeah. It does its job.
Yeah,
to what it's meant
to a degree.
Yeah,
to a degree. And it generally, like the 23 system, what it done, it felt like it backlogged a lot of footballers.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I agree 100%.
So see, when you go from the next club, you've seen you've been at this club from blah blah blah, but you might not be good enough to even go to the next level or the level below. But because you've had that club on your CV at 23,
someone's going to take an opportunity.
Someone's going to take an opportunity, and you're being true. You're taking someone else's spot,
which is the part of the game which is not nice for people that are obviously experienced enough to know what's actually going on. But it's a part of the game you have to understand. Yeah, because the big club always rules the roost. Always. And the name on the CV is always going to take the name that you're coming from is always going to be. I don't know what I know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. the bigger name, bigger name club is always going to look better on the CV when you sign for the club. So the club say, oh yeah, he signed from Arsenal, or he signed from Man City, but he's 23 years old and has never gone on loan, never played a men's game, always played under 23 football. Was playing under 23 football all the way from 17 to 23, 6 years under 23 football. Yeah. He's never seen the men's game, and now you want to bring him into the men's game, and then you're taking a spot of someone that's been playing in the men's game for the past 6 years because of your club says, Arsenal. You come from Arsenal, you come from a city. That's where the problems lie. Correct. Because as you said, that player usually isn't good enough to step down to the level to play men's football because they haven't learned anything about men's football. And if you've been at, and I always say this, and I said this when I was playing 23s football and that sort of stuff. When you're playing under 23s football at a Premier League football club, it prepares you to play one league, the Premier League. Yeah, nothing else. Nothing else whatsoever. Because you are playing out. You're doing every passing. You're doing every type of movement.
You're literally copying exactly what your first team does,
basically. And that is football.
And you've played against boys you played against your whole career growing up. So you go out on the pitch and you know all 8 boys. This is all 11. You probably know all 11. There might be 2 foreigners, but you really and truly
you know them too from somewhere.
Yeah, but you played against them for the last 4 years.
Do you get what I mean? So this is the thing where what's happening is you're not developing to be a football player. You're developing to play in a system, and that's where the problems arise. Where you see them step out of that. And they're wondering, why are we not passing the ball? Why are we not doing this, bro? Because that's not how football is played elsewhere. The Premier League play football. Championship, some teams play football. After that, bro, it could be anything.
It's true. And you don't know what you're walking into.
And once you're 23 and you're dropping out of a Man City and stuff like that, and you haven't played a first team game, you're not dropping to League One half the time. If you ain't got a good agent or if someone ain't seen you. You're dropping to National League, League 2, where the ball is being pumped in the air, boomed all the time. And
you've got to do that other side, which you've never done before.
At 23 years old. You're late to the party.
So late.
Because man have been doing this since they were 18.
Correct.
So man have got 5 years experience on you and they're the same age as you. Some have 6. Some men have played non-league their whole life, so they've got their whole life of experience. And they're the same, they're 23.
And it is so much easier to transition playing like passing when you have the non-league boys that are playing non-league and they done well in non-league, Because you see a lot of moves now that happen from non-league to the league, whatever.
Yeah.
And like people be like, it's a success story, whatever. It really and truly is. But you always remember what they've learned and what they've done well. So let's say Ollie Watkins.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So he's come from non-league. Mm-hmm. Well, I think, no, he's not come from non-league, but he went on loan non-league, played 20 more, learnt his trade.
You're right.
Did absolute madness. Did well. He's come back, learnt the men's game. Learned the horrible side.
Yep.
He's come back where he's gone Exeter, done really well. Mm-hmm. Brentford and whatever. But then once you realise, once you've played with players that kick it long and you've learnt that side, it's so much easier to go and play with better players.
And do the easy side
of the easy side of it.
Because guess what everyone always says that have played every league? What's the easiest league they've played in?
The Prem.
The Prem.